Hello everyone, my name is Marion with DTM Real Talk Channel. It's the channel that you can tune into, have the ability to listen to the thoughts of others about topics all over the world that touch every one of our lives. Everybody goes through basically the same thing. There is nothing new under the sun. So if you're going through, someone else has already been there. Maybe you can find hope. Maybe it's a pathway that can set you on the right road just by tuning in. So DTM Real Talk, just keeping it real. And if you like it, like us at the bottom, subscribe, and let us know just how we helped you. Just keeping it real. Nothing but love. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are. This is DTM Real Talk, and I'm ecstatic this evening to have a special guest, Miss Valeria. How are you doing this morning, this evening, Miss Valeria?
Doing great.
And
I am doing great.
So you're looking great, and she's nervous, y'all.
Yes, I am.
It's okay. It's totally okay. This is Real Talk, DTM, Miss Valeria. So we just keep it real on here. And guys, you need to know how I met Miss Valeria. You know, I have not met Miss Valeria. I'm meeting her today. She was referred to me by one of my business partners. And she said, Marion, this lady has a story and I want you to hear it. And I said, okay. And so, Miss Valeria, tell the good folks where you're from out there.
I'm from a fabulous country town called Elizabeth City, North Carolina.
Elizabeth
City. And most of your listeners probably have not heard of it, but we are at the tip of the state of North Carolina, close to Norfolk, Virginia. We're closer to the Virginia line.
Oh, okay. Okay. I've been to Roanoke, Virginia. Is that far?
Yes. Roanoke is pretty far because I don't remember ever being born there.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I have a very good friend. I'm going to say, I call him my PBS, you know, my pastor brother and son. He's like a son to me, but he's an amazing man of God. He and his wife, and they are ministering in Roanoke, Virginia, doing an absolute amazing work for the kingdom. So I did visit them on last year and had a really, really super good time in the Lord. And so that was I think that was my first time going to Roanoke, Virginia. Yeah. So I'll be near you next time I go.
Yeah, well, you probably you mentioned Roanoke before, and I Googled it. I think Roanoke is about 3 hours away from me or something like that.
Oh, okay. Okay, very well.
I'm closer to Norfolk, Virginia, Chesapeake, Virginia, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Have you heard of those?
Yes, ma'am. I have. Okay, well, very well. We're going to get this ball rolling because I have not heard Miss Virginia's story either.
Valeria,
Miss Valeria. Yeah, you said Virginia, the state of Virginia. So
yes.
I'm calling you Virginia, Miss Valeria. I'm excited too, Miss Valeria, and I'm nervous too. Okay. Okay. So you're from North Carolina. Is that born and raised?
Yes, born and raised. I graduated from high school here, and then I moved to Durham, North Carolina, where I went to college.
Okay, very well, very well. Okay. And do you have siblings that are living there?
I have one brother. He's 9 years younger than me.
Okay, one brother, and it's just you two. And
yes.
Okay, and how many children do you have?
10 children.
Miss Valeria, you have 10 children.
I have 10 children. My oldest is 48. My youngest is 34 or 35. I forget sometimes. But I can
Oh my. I think the good book said, blessed is the man with his quiver full.
And I have 32 grandchildren.
Oh my, bless your heart. Yes, that's a beautiful thing. You look wonderful. 10 children.
Thank you.
Oh gosh. I have some people in my past with I think 13 children or whatever. But yes, yes, you look wonderful. I have
Thank you.
five. I have five. Amen. Okay, so tell us a little bit about your childhood, just a little bit.
Okay, I was um born in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. My mom was 19 when she had me,
Uh-huh.
and my dad was 21. So my mother was rather young. She had her challenges, for being young. But
Uh-huh.
back in the day, you were raised by, we didn't live in neighborhoods, we lived in communities.
That's right.
So you were raised by people around you. And, there could be an aunt living down the street, or we had a cousin that lived across the street. And, back in the day, we didn't say cousin Ella. Uh, it was cousin Ella. That's how close we
Yeah.
were. We didn't worry about pronunciation. Mom maid could live down the corner, down
Yes.
by the corner. So we were raised by the community.
Yes, ma'am.
So it didn't matter that my mother was young because she had help. I grew up really in the country, I guess you would call it. At that time was a country part of Elizabeth City. We had pump water. You go outside and you pump the water.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm a little bit familiar because, see, my people are from Woodville, Mississippi, and
Okay.
we used to go there every summer, so I'm not totally lost. I know how to pump the water. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So we go outside, we pump water. Now here's a good one for you, okay? We had outdoor bathrooms. You had to go to the chicken coop to get to the bathroom.
I'm familiar with that too.
These young people nowadays, I can't look.
Yeah, they don't have a clue. They don't have a clue.
Don't have a clue. But that's ready. That's it. We had an old man that lived across the street who would ride us in his horse and cart. Sometimes he was on his way to take the trash. But I tell you what, it was a good childhood. But we didn't know that we were having fun. That's the time you played outdoors with your friends. If I tell and if I would tell you we didn't have running water, you would probably say, "How in the world?" But it was.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I would not say that. Go ahead now.
Okay. So my grandson asked me one day, said, "Grandma, how did you make it without electronics?" I said, "Fine. We knew nothing about them."
No, that's Valeria. I'm gonna tell him how y'all made it. You talked. That's what you did. You talked.
You talked.
You communicated.
You did. You did.
And we've totally lost that today.
Totally lost.
Lost communication. So we've lost relationship, and it's just crazy. But anyway, go on.
Okay, well, that's basically that. I just remember. Well, let me say this. Last February, I lost my dad.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And he was 95 years old.
Wow.
You still don't want him to leave. But
yes, ma'am.
But God has blessed him to be 95. And this is from the 20-year-old man that had me, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And 33 days later, my mama died.
Oh, wow.
And I think she died from sadness. She was doing great.
Sure.
Not great, but she was doing all right until I told her that my dad had passed. And then for her, I guess that was life. So she kind of gave it.
Yes.
So in 33 days, I lost both of my parents.
Wow.
But that takes the memories, because I told you they had me at 19 and 21.
Yes, ma'am.
The memories are great.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Yes, yes. And I know back then, see, they were serious. You did something wrong, they applied the rod. You
Yes.
You gotta whip it.
Yes. And if you did something in school, which I tried not to do because I knew the consequences. It wasn't a matter that that they were going to school and fuss the teacher out. No, you were gonna get it when you got home.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because my parents taught me to respect your elders, and whether they were right or wrong, you disrespected them, you were getting your tail whipped. just because
Right.
you disrespected her. Like,
That's right.
wait a minute. She
That's right.
talked to me bad, or look, you disrespected somebody that was older than you, so you're gonna whip it,
That's right.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so very good for our beginning. So we know that you grew up in a healthy home, and how many siblings did your mom and dad have? I mean, not
My
siblings, how many
dad,
children? How many children?
my dad had two sisters,
Uh-huh.
um, but he didn't grow up with them. My dad's grandmother raised him because his mother died when he was a baby,
I see. I see. Okay.
and his grandmother raised him. Um, his he never met his mom because when he was born, his mom and dad moved to New Jersey. Now I'm going back to history that I've been told.
That's fine.
His mom and dad moved to New Jersey,
Uh-huh.
and while they were there, his mom died, and so he never got a chance to see.
I see.
My mother had one sister and a brother,
Okay.
and they were all always close.
Okay. 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 So, Miss Valeria, how long have you been married?
Guess what? 2023 is my golden anniversary year.
And
July the 4th, my husband and I would have been married for 50 years.
50 years.
50
You don't hear that anymore. My parents were married for 52 years. You don't hear that anymore. You don't hear that anymore. So wonderful. Praise God for that. And
Yeah.
so you're going to tell us, I think you want to tell us how you met your husband. I think that's what you wanted to tell us.
Yes. How I met my mom. I
Oh,
met my husband in high school.
okay.
We both went to pt.1 High School. In fact, we graduated the same year. He took me to the prom that my junior year, and he took me to the debutante ball
Okay.
my senior year. Yeah, so we had a pretty nice run, I'll say, in high school. But
Okay.
after we graduated, he went to Elizabeth City State. I went to North Carolina Central, and we kind of separated. In the meantime, he went into the Air Force, and I was still in college,
Okay.
and that took him out of the United States, out of the country, and so we kind of separated through distance.
Okay. Okay. So
Okay.
how long did y'all separate before you met again?
Probably about 4 years.
About 4 years. Now you
Probably
weren't
about
married.
4 years.
You weren't married.
Huh?
You weren't married. You were just dating at the time, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
But he had gone into service. He had gone to Korea, Panama. In fact, that's what he wants to go before our anniversary because he remembers Panama. He went back.
Okay.
But yeah, that's how we separated. And then I had graduated from college. I had gone to Virginia and to work. And one day he called me. Had to be about 3 or 4 years, I guess. I
Oh
don't know.
wow. Did your eyes
Okay,
just light up? Did your eyes light up when you answered that phone?
he called me, and we started seeing each other again, and the rest is history.
Oh no, Miss Valeria, you're not getting away with that. You're gonna tell us about this history.
Okay, so we were young, and the parts that I remember when he first got out, we didn't have any money, right? No, I was a teacher. I wouldn't make a lot of money. He wasn't making it. He was out looking for a job. He wasn't making any money, and they had this little rep. So he got on not welfare. What do you get when you're out of work?
Workman's
Away from
comp, like workman's compensation or something. Unemployment.
unemployment. That's what I want. Come on, help me out now. That's what my grandchildren do, all right? When I can't think of words,
Look,
they in
Miss
my
Valeria, I'll be saying that now, so it ain't. I'll be like, wait, help me out. What's the word?
sentence for me. I had to laugh. I said, thank you. But anyway, okay, he was getting unemployment. And there was this little, old, back in the day in our little neighborhoods, we had these old ragged restaurants, but they were good. They sold these
Good
good
evening.
chicken
Good evening.
sandwiches. Good evening. They give you a piece of chicken breast on a loaf of bread, with grease and everything. So we look forward to that every Friday. But the check came in every Friday. And we didn't worry about it. We get his little whatever check he would get, then we'll go get our little meal on Friday.
Uh-huh.
And then the funny part about it was that there was some other ladies that liked me, so
Uh-huh.
um so after a while, I just had to say,
But
okay,
wait, Miss
then
Valeria, you had a little competition.
oh
Simple things in life. You had a little competition, Miss
yeah, had
Valeria.
a little competition. Now that's one of the times I start getting a relationship with Jesus. I said, come on, God, you got to help me here. You got to help me.
You ready to call on the Lord?
Come on, Jesus, come on, you got to help me.
Okay, so these ladies was liking him. Okay.
Well, um, I had to outdo them. I told you I had to go to the Lord. I ain't no other way. they
Miss
would, they
Valeria, you
would.
got you got to tell us how you outdid them. Come on now.
I just told you. I didn't have no other way. They were nice looking and everything, and they were out there. They knew how. I didn't have no. I'm serious. I went to the Lord and I said, Lord, I don't know what. I'm serious. I got on the altar one day at church.
You got down there and say, Lord, you gotta help me.
Yeah, Lord, you gotta help me. I'm serious. I'm just as serious as I can
Got you.
be.
I got you. I got you. And so, what? You making me crack up over here. Okay.
See, that's why when I talk, I look at young girls sometimes and they have, well, he's going with this one and I don't know what to do. I'm trying to tell them go to the Lord.
No, Miss Valeria. Okay, what the Lord did for you, he just stopped talking to you and left them and just kicked them out the way. What happened?
It, um, it's 2023. I've been married to him for 50 years. What did the Lord do?
Oh, the Lord kicked them all out.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. So what happened? So now you know you got him. Okay. All
So
right.
now I know I got it. And I tease him sometimes, but I don't think he ever asked me, will I marry him? You know how some people get on their knees and ask you to marry him and stuff like
Uh-huh.
that?
Uh-huh.
I don't think he never did that.
Okay.
I think the only thing I remember him saying is, "Do you want to get married?" And I said yes right quick. So get it up.
Yeah. And then y'all got married. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So this is hilarious. So y'all got married, and
Mm-hmm.
and when did you have your first child?
Okay, let me tell you about that.
All right.
Okay. Um, okay, we got married in
Uh-huh.
1973.
Uh,
Okay. Nikita was born, and you really gonna get like this, okay? Nikita was born in 1974. Joel was born in 1975. Neighbor was born in 1976. And Ernie was born in 1977.
Wait a minute
Okay,
here. You
then
didn't
I mixed
break. Yeah, you was making up to make sure he didn't turn his back to them other ladies. He got you. You
Oh,
ain't going
it
nowhere.
was over there.
It was all the simple things in life. Okay, so you had a baby you got married in 73, you had a baby from 74 to 77.
74 to 77. Then I took a break.
You took a break. Okay.
And my son Laura was born in 79.
tell you, say, Laura, come on down.
Come on down. Now, I can't really remember all the dates for the last few. I can take it at 7 to 9, but
well, we know we got 10 in there somewhere.
we got 10 in there somewhere.
Okay, yep. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And so what kind of work did your husband do at that time while you were home? I know
I stayed home for 6 years, but I taught school for 33.5 years.
Wow. Okay.
So I stayed home for only 6 years out of the time that I read.
Okay.
I do want to say this to young men who have families, take care of them, and don't be deadbeat dads.
Right, right.
Because my husband took care of all 12 of us for 6 years by himself. And you know, that's what families need. And I can use that as an example for young men. You know, if you take care of your responsibility.
That's right. That's right. You made them. Yeah. Take care. Do your be responsible.
Yes.
Well, Miss Valeria, this has been an amazing little chat, and you've shared with us the simple things of life, is what I'm going to call it. And we want to hear from you next week of how you came into a relationship with God, and now you've written a book and what it's about. And so we're going to chat about that next week, y'all. So in the meantime, this is DTM Real Talk, waiting on the edge of our seats, excited to hear the rest of Miss Valeria's story. And we just keeping it real. We'll see y'all next week. Thanks for watching DTM Real Talk. Be sure to join us for more conversation. And oh yeah, don't forget to hit that like button, share, and subscribe while you're there.